You gotta picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be an intriguing matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway at Clara. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. We're going to look at Jimmy Garoppolo. He'll be under center, the fifth-year quarterback who's in his second season now with the 49ers.
San Francisco gave New England a second-round pick to acquire Jimmy Garoppolo's services, and it might turn out to be the steal of 2017. How about this for immediate impact? Took a 1-10 franchise, and when they put him in the starting lineup, 5 straight games. In fact, in San Francisco, in some quarters, they're calling him Jimmy GQ.
Here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play backwards for 2 yards.
Here we go. 180.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. He'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
120.
Now Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And the starting crew now for San Francisco.
And wide receiver Marquise Goodwin showed in 2017 he's more than just an Olympic long jumper. Showed more facets to his game. Not just a long ball threat either. Could catch it underneath. Nearly 1,000 yards in receiving and had more catches last season than in his 4 years combined in Buffalo.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's 3rd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
And the Saints got everything they want out of Marshawn Lattimore and more his rookie season. Yes, the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year. But here's the best part. Didn't give up a single touchdown season and made it very difficult for people to complete a pass in his area.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach, and incomplete. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. So here are the Saints with a long head. They're brought out by a man who needs very little introduction in his 18th year in the NFL, future Hall of Famer Drew Brees.
And to say that he knows every bit of the New Orleans offensive playbook, terminology, nuances, and creates a few of his own would actually be an understatement for Drew Brees. He makes everything go with that offense and makes everyone around him better. Every time he takes a snap, there's a potential for a big play and a touchdown.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. They go play action here on 1st down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches, what do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. The man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Brees will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
And when you make an investment in a position, defensive line is a great place to do it. And the 49ers have done exactly that. Solomon Thomas, 2017 draft. Eric Armstead, 2015. DeForest Buckner, 2016. They should be a formidable defensive front.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
This 3rd down just got even more difficult. 3rd down and 15 after the false start.
Ready. Wait.
On 3rd and long, it's Brees. And Gibbs got it. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Breeze to throw on second down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Breeze. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Breeze to another long time. Ginn for the New Orleans first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
To throw is Breeze. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On second down, Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017, and I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Breeze now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On the counter, Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Chance there from long distance to get our first points on the board. How close was it to getting there? Pretty darn close.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Demario Davis in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chin up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So that gets things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they'll go around for them. They tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, you know, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold them.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Ready. Yellow lady.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. He was in junior college before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Breeze now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Breeze now on first down. Well, this is caught by Gill. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 2nd down.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And incomplete there. And hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, How come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Guard backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a play fake here, 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And it's caught by Salah. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the 1st quarter. 0-0 our score. We're back to Santa Clara after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively. Getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. So after the INT, it's Brees. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Brees gives it up to Ingram. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. As a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now he'll let it go deep. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Back in the 1st quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the 1st quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's good for 4. It's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily on him when your other targets aren't open.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Brees throwing on 2nd down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion on the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Brees to throw again. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
I'll start offense.
So that'll back him up 5. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. Back deep, Trent Taylor. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Salek here, left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They run it with McKinnon. He won't go down. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards and a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. They go play action here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. To the right side, caught by Salek. And down inside the 15 he goes. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
'49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. inside the red zone. It's Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
As they end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete. Garrett Selleck, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that key field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Gold is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready. 90.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
They run it again with Kamara. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Now McKinnon, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. There by Alex Anzalone. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Airing it deep for Garçon. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
The Niners on 3rd down for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Yellow lady.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From midfield, here's Breeze. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Breeze now on 1st down. Throw left side taken in by Meredith. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there? Swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Now Breeze again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24 line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Garoppolo on first down. Caught left side, Garcon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On first down, Brees throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas, and they'll get him down here at the 23. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men on the field for the defense. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. This is taken at the 18. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. We want to remind you that new this year in regular season games, I'll take you around the NFL and give you stats and scores from games in progress, as well as look back at games that have already been completed. So keep an eye out for that. But for now, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breeze now on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete to Meredith. And he's taken out, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So he runs it for 1 yard, then no gain. I don't know that you go back to that well here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I don't know that you do as well, but if you want to get the ball to him, if you want him to have it, maybe you get him into space and throw it to him.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker Will Lutz for the field goal attempt. This from 54 yards away. And this won't make it. Off the crossbar and no good. And a big letdown there as this remains a tie game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set the start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? They sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 23. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escapes, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Garrett Selleck, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, player for a touchdown. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action for Ingram. He's going to launch this thing way down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on this drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch, gets his feet down, sets up down in short situation. I bet we're wondering, why didn't he get to the 1st down marker running correct?
You got to know where the marker is, right?
Got to figure it out. I know every receiver is taught that. Sometimes circumstances change it. At least they have an opportunity to make a decision with not much yardage to go.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Ready. You ready?
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that, earns him a fresh set of downs. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Ingram again, a first down carry. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football and averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session, because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brees. And Watson has it right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Brees net 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Play action. Brees. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, 52 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it, that despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road, and boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
Will Lutz on for the point after. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
They force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing on first down is Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. All the yards, completions, just another play that's a feather in the cap of the great career of Drew Brees.
And wasn't he supposed to be too small to be an effective quarterback in the NFL?
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Yeah, well, his footwork, I think, really sets him apart. Remember, he was a junior tennis champion, beat Andy Roddick, the future U.S. Open champion, back when they were in the juniors. I think that footwork really helps him be the great quarterback he is now.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Breeze. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Matawanui. And now it's third down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Working from on, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So now here comes the field goal unit again, and this phase of the game has been an absolute disaster so far. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and we will remain tied here in this third. So that's now 12 points that they've left on the field, 4 missed field goals.
Now, you and I were both hoopers, so you know it's like being a shooter in basketball. Sometimes when things go wrong, it gets in your head, and it's tough to get back on track. And that one, it never had a chance.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Garoppolo now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And Selleck here, left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards through the air, down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can't he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Garoppolo on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Alex Okafor in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Play action. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, boys, go four down. Here we go. Wait,
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, another missed field goal. So maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
ready. You ready?
Breeze now on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. He's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. And I'm
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ready? You waiting?
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Breeze now on 1st down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
Because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Ready? You waiting?
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And that one hit too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out as point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's coming, and he's taken down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Oh, they come after him, and it's blocked. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Now it's Tate. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Two of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. On 1st down, Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And his throw is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for a 4th quarter lead. And Lutz puts this one through. And with that, they will move ahead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. The defensive rookie of the year, Marshawn Lattimore, there in coverage for New Orleans.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And his pass incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And it's caught by Selleck. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Garçon, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Ready. We're waiting.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Ready. Yellow lady.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Ingram. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. A game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball hand. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I think we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this 2nd half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the 2nd half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named a game for it. Take care of it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Breeze. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Ingram. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
You waiting?
And the play clock is going to run out. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay game. 1st and 15.
You waiting?
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 23 yards on the play.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
This is Ingram, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Breeze going to throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They do tack on the extra point, and it might seal the deal. That makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Lutz now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Victor Bolden. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, if they're out there, we'll see if they can pick those things back up. Back to throw, Garoppolo. It's incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go. Black 80.
Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle to Garcon. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Here we go. 180.
Now Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go. 180.
Now Garoppolo. Got to have this one. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What you just saw there, 1st-round talent, 2nd year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2.
Ready. Yellow lady. Where's shot?
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. And that's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Bolden on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock.
Watch his leg. Watch his leg. Watch his leg. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Jump up. We got 4. Here we go. 180.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get their shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Now Bolden on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body line guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go. Like 20.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. One final try now for Garoppolo. And now here's an interception. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball park, seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So that's a wrap for Charles David Gone. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.